Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Sarah and today I am sharing with you my makeup basket. Now I would typically be bringing you my weekly makeup basket as I have done for the last, I think 5 or 6 months now. However, a couple of weeks ago, I did tell you that I was going to be changing up my makeup basket a little bit. What I have done is I have added in some new products. I have started a couple more Project Pan challenges, and I just wanted to change a few things up just to give myself a little bit of variety. So you will notice that this video is probably going to be much longer than my typical weekly makeup basket. So because of that, and also because I'm giving myself so many more options to choose from, I'm thinking about making this a bi-weekly makeup basket. So I will use the same set of products for 2 weeks. And then I'm either gonna do that I'm gonna do that for a little while, and then I'm gonna evaluate that maybe for say 6 weeks or so. And then what I may decide either to continue to do the bi-weekly makeup basket. At that point, I may want to pare it down a little bit. So I might wanna go back to the weekly, or I may decide at that time that I want to just set one box of products for the month, and then that's just what I'm using for the entire month. So I will keep you updated what I decide, but for now, let's go into my very first bi-weekly makeup basket. So starting with primers, I'm already changing things up on you. I am not going to be using my e.l.f. primer this week. I am giving myself a little bit of a break. So I am going to be using this Too Faced Primed and Peachy. This is called a Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. I've used this a few times now and I do enjoy it. I also will be using the Becca First Light Priming Filter. I've used a whole sample of this before as well, and I do really enjoy this. I'm using this one specifically because of the foundation that I'm going to be using, and I'm not sure if this Too Faced will work with it, but I know for a fact that the Becca will work with it. So let me go ahead and just share with you what that foundation is going to be. You will not see any Clinique here, my friends. This week, or for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to break out my NARS. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This exact bottle is the one that I purchased for my wedding in October of 2017. So I've been married for 1.5 years now, and the last time I used this was probably back last summer. I do love this foundation. I absolutely adore it. I just don't use it enough. I kind of was saving it because it was, it was special. I bought it for our wedding. I used it on our honeymoon, and then I used it for a little while afterward. But, mostly I save it for date nights, or if I'm singing or I'm gonna be on stage or something, then I use it for those types of things. But I don't want it to go to waste. I love this foundation, and I really want to I really want to be able to say I used the entire thing and I didn't waste it. So my shade is light number 5. It's also called Fiji, and this is an absolute perfect match for me. So for the next couple of weeks, I am going to be using that. When I am not using that, I do have a couple of options for BB cream, CC creams. Actually, it's a BB cream and a tinted moisturizer that I'm going to be using. So these two are both in my Drop 10 Before Summer. This is the Dr. Jart Premium BB Beauty Balm. And then this one is the Tarte Guard 20. So this is the tinted moisturizer. And this one I actually just opened up yesterday. I'm not wearing it today, but I did wear it yesterday, and I liked it. It was good. It's definitely a tinted moisturizer. It did not provide any coverage whatsoever, but it was 83 degrees here in Texas yesterday, and I really wanted to test it out, and I liked it. I liked it just fine. It didn't leave me super greasy or oily or anything like that. So I like these. I like this one anyways. I don't know about this one, but I will be using these kind of on my more casual days for the next couple of weeks. All right, let's throw it back old school because I know you guys are tired of seeing these, but I'm making such good progress. As a matter of fact, this Sephora Gel Serum Concealer is so close to being done. It's like I scrape the bottle every morning and what's on the doe foot, like it continues to surprise me because it's like just the smallest amount, but I'm getting down there, but it's still holding on. So I don't think this is gonna last me the full 2 weeks, but we'll have to see. And then the other one that I'm using is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this is in the brightener shade. This one is still going pretty strong. I've got, what is that? A little less than half left in the container. So this one, I think I started this right at the beginning of the year. So, you know, I've got probably at least another 2-3 months on this. And I will just continue to use that until it's finished. All right, y'all, moving on to powders. I have 4 options here for powders these next couple of weeks. I am really loving this Makeup Forever powder for setting those concealers under my eyes. This is the Micro Finishing Loose Powder. It's awesome. I'm really, really enjoying it. It is so fine, and it's like, I always get confused when people say that a powder is like silky, but that is kind of what it feels like. It's just so fine and so lovely of a texture. I'm really enjoying that. I have also been using as just my all over face powder the last few weeks. I've been using this Hourglass Dim Light. I'm going to continue to do that. However, both of these are in the same project. This is the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Sheer Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium. These are both in the same project, and so I am going to alternate using these back and forth rather than just using one or the other, which is what I've been doing the past few months. And then the 4th powder that I'm going to put in here, this is the Sephora Midnight Magic, and check out that holographic print there on the, it's pretty cool. The powder itself, though not a massive fan, I bought this because I thought it was a dupe for something, and it ends up that it is entirely too glittery for me. So I'm gonna look for opportunities to use this in the next couple of weeks. It is going to be warming up now that it is spring here, and so you know, I figured I can either like use it on my décolleté and my shoulders, or maybe every now and then I can kind of blend some in with my highlighter. But I am going to be looking for opportunities to use this in the next couple of weeks. Okay, for my bronzer and for my blushes, you're used to seeing these. This is the Clinique bronzer in shade 02 Sunkissed. And then for my blushes, they're both by Sephora. This one is number 5 Sweet on You. I am making some good progress in that one. And then this one is the cream blush. And this is number 1 All Smiles. So I've been using those for quite a while. I'm continuing to use those, but I am so close to being done with my Becca Champagne Pop. So I've got 2 other options for highlighters, but I'm not going to use them until and unless I finish up the Becca Champagne Pop. So I don't know if this is going to be done in the next 2 weeks, so before this basket is finished, but it is more than likely going to be finished this month. If I finish this in the next 2 weeks before my next video, then I am going to be using the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money. And then the other one that I have, this is actually not technically a highlighter. It's called a Brilliant Eye Brightener, and so they recommend you use it like for this highlight here under your brows. I don't ever even highlight that area. So this is a Thrive Cosmetics highlighting stick, and so I am going to try this as a cream highlight on my cheeks once I finish up the Becca. So I'm going to be using this Thrive Cosmetics and the ColourPop once I finish the Becca Champagne Pop. All right, moving on to eyes. This is not gonna surprise you. This is not gonna change. I actually did consider putting a different eyeshadow primer in just for kicks, but then I found that I was actually making some decent progress on this one. So I'm just gonna keep this e.l.f. primer in for my shadow primer, but I've got a new eyeshadow product for you. So still using the Pure Cosmetics Soiree Diaries. This is my Pan That palette for the year, making really, really awesome progress with this. I'm super proud of the work that I have been able to do on that palette. But I'm ready to kind of mix things up a little bit and give a little bit of variety. So I'm actually putting in one of my singles. This is, now I don't have very many single eyeshadows, but this was one that I fell in love with at Sephora. I don't even know how long ago, but this is the Urban Decay. It's the shade Lounge, and let me show it to you. So this is, I just thought this was so cool. It's like this kind of grungy, I don't even know what, like emerald green, I guess, sort of, but it almost has some red in there. And like I said, I just fell in love with this shade a couple years back. And so you can see it's not brand new. I did use it for a little while. But then I think I just must have fallen away from using single shadows, because then I started Pan That palette and, you know, projects like that. So, I feel like I can sort of use these together and get a little bit of color in there with this Urban Decay shadow. So I am super excited to introduce that into my basket. And to go along with that, I'm actually putting this eyeliner back in the basket. This is the Sephora liner, and the shade is Flashy Moss. So this is a really nice, like it says, mossy green, and it's got a little bit of glitter to it, sort of. I'm hoping that that's coming across, but anyways, this is a really cool color, and I think it pairs nicely with that Urban Decay. So I thought I would go ahead and put that in here as an eyeliner option. I do have two other eyeliner options as well, and one of them is this ColourPop liner in the shade DTLA. So this is a navy liner, and this one I don't love. I gotta be super honest. This is the second or maybe the third ColourPop liner that I have that I'm using, and the last one that I used was a brown. So when it kind of smudged a little bit and it started to run, it wasn't necessarily the biggest deal. This one kind of gets all under my eye, and it's navy blue, so you can tell. And so I'm using it up, but I'm not loving it, unfortunately, because it's a great color, but it's just too soft and it's just not doing it for me. So I'm, like I said, this is in a project, so I'm going to be using it, but certainly not something that I will purchase again. I'm just putting it in this basket to encourage myself to use it. And I just realized I can't find the other liner. It is a liquid liner. It's by the brand Laurent, and it is kind of like a rose goldy packaging. I'm gonna drop my last makeup basket in the box below so you can see that. It's not something that you can tell the progress on. I wonder where that, I must have left it on my bathroom counter. I don't know. Anyways, you've seen it before, but I am still working on that as my liquid liner for the next couple of weeks. Sorry about that, guys. I also have my good old standby for my brow product. This is the Essence Make Me Brow, and this one is kind of getting down to the end, so it's possible in the next makeup basket I will be bringing you a different product. I'm not sure if this will stick around very much longer than the next 2 weeks. And for mascara, to finish up the eyes, let's see, yeah, these are the last eye products that I have. I do have this sample of this is a deluxe sample of the Benefit They're Real. There we go, whoops, ha, sorry, just kidding. This is the Benefit They're Real, and here's my conundrum that here's the problem that I have with this mascara. I love the way this makes my lashes look. They look incredible. However, I cannot get this crap off my lashes what the heck? 3 days later, I'm still pulling this stuff off my lashes. I use a makeup remover, I wash my face. This stuff does not go anywhere. If you're in a hurricane, I suppose that's great, but you know, when I'm trying to get rid of it, it doesn't go anywhere, and that kind of stinks. But I'm gonna use it up because, like I said, makes my lashes look great. So I am going to be using that up. The other item that I have, this is the unique set. And so this longer tube on the bottom is the gel, and then the smaller tube on the top are the fibers. So you do a layer of the gel, a layer of the fibers, and then another layer of the gel. So I'm using these. I am really enjoying them. This morning I actually got some of the fibers in my eye, and holy cow, that does not feel good. So I don't recommend that, but I actually do recommend these, this set, because again, makes my lashes look amazing. I forgot to show you my setting sprays earlier. So this one you are used to seeing. This is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. And guys, I am so close to being done. I don't think it's gonna be done in the next, maybe it is gonna be done in the next 2 weeks. I'm not sure. If it is, I'm gonna switch to the Urban Decay All Nighter. And this one obviously will not take that long to use up, but those are my two options for setting sprays. And then I've got some lip options here. So these two are gonna be my lip balms. I've got the Burt's Bees Vanilla Bean. I have the Sun Bum Tinted Balm in the shade Bonfire. That is what I am wearing on my lips today. I have Bite Beauty Tangerine. Let's see, let me give you a look at that shade. That's that nice neon orange there. We also have ColourPop Aquarius for a nude. And I've got Bite Beauty Red Velvet, which is my very favorite red, as you well know. The last item that I want to share with you guys today is the fragrance that I'm going to be using for the whole entire month. And that is going to be this Bath & Body Works At the Beach. This is one of their fine fragrance mists. It is pretty much brand new, but I've been using it for about a week or so, and this is incredible. It's a nice light fragrance. It's super summery and beachy and just, you know, makes you feel really good. So that is what I'm gonna be using for the entire month of April. And guys, that's gonna be my basket for the next couple of weeks. Let me know in the comments down below whether you think I should use all of these products for the month or whether you wanna see something fresh and new in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you will like this video. Comment down below and let me know what you are working on, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.